This is going to be a homemade DVD update for December 4th, 2025. So here we go. Let's get started. It's an ISO homemade DVD update. So yeah, start with this one. Here's the Sesame Street: A Musical Celebration, the 1997 DVD, but it's a homemade ISO copy, but still uses the 1997 DVD. Yeah, this is my first Sesame Street DVD I burned on, which is the 1997. It's actually my second Sesame Street DVD I burned, actually. Yeah. I remember the first time I burned the Sesame Street ISO DVD from archive, which Elmo says boo, but this time I burned the Musical Celebration. I also have that on VHS as well, not only just the DVD. So yeah, I do have a Musical Celebration on DVD as well. Taken from the 1997 DVD. Since the 1997 DVD, it does not have closed captions, and there's no DVD menu at all. So yeah, here's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's actually a homemade DVD, but still, this is actually a 2002 Random House home video, Sony Wonder Random House home video DVD. This is a Random House. This is the 1992 Random House of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, plus If I Ran the Zoo. Finally have the Random House. Now I have the Random House version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's an ISO DVD, but still it's a homemade DVD, bootleg DVD, but still uses the 2002 content. Here's Thompson's Special Letter and Other Stories, 2007 DVD. It's an ISO copy. Well, I remember a while ago when I tried to burn the disc a while ago, it didn't even work properly. Well, guys, I have some good news to tell you. Before I burned this recently, when I burned the disc on before I burned this on this type of disc, I used the DVD-RW to burn it. And when I checked before I burn it, when I check on my video disc editor thing, I guess for now on I could always check with a video disc editor before I burn the discs if there's not anything issues or problems. So yeah, this is the ISO DVD files, that is. So yeah, when I burned this recently, and guess what, guys? Good news, it worked pretty. This DVD works. Usually when I try it many times on the other ones, on the other DVD files, it didn't even work properly. And if it didn't work properly, it'll kind of mess it up, and it's skipping and has some issue problems. So yeah, but this time, right now, it worked pretty good. Now I don't have to worry about getting the 2007 DVD online, so that means I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, I don't mind the homemade bootleg DVDs, but as long as it uses the original contents. Yes, it still uses the 2007 DVD, and it works pretty good with no issues whatsoever at all. Yeah, finally have Thompson's Special Letter, the original the original print copy of the 2007 DVD. I remember when I did last time Thompson's Special Letter, when I make the homemade DVD last time, I just used my own version instead, which there is no menu at all. So yeah. And it doesn't have closed captions, but it does have closed captions, and it does work pretty good with no problems at all. Thank goodness I already have it better. So yeah, just like I burned recently, which is Trackside Tunes, it worked pretty good as well. I know I also had issue last time as well. Here's another Sesame Street DVD, and I only burned 2 Sesame Street DVDs for today. This is Elmo Saves Christmas. I know Jordan's Media Corps 2000 has the 1997 DVD of Elmo Saves Christmas. I couldn't find the ISO copy, which is the 1997, so I only had the 2008 copy instead. But this is a bootleg homemade ISO 2025 DVD, but this is the 2008 content. This is actually from the 2008 DVD of Elmo Saves Christmas. The DVD just came out originally from 1996. Yep. Yeah, I finally have Elmo Saves Christmas to my collection. Yeah, I don't have Elmo Saves Christmas on VHS and DVD until now. I know I finally have the DVD of Elmo Saves Christmas. Yeah, since this is December, I thought I could have this, so I better watch it. I don't have to worry about watching just online. Here's Thomas and Friends Splish Splash Splosh. Yeah, I just had to make another copy of this, but this time it uses the real 2010 DVD. Yeah, the first Thomas DVD I burned, which is the actual CGI Thomas. Yep, really happy to have this. And the last, and speaking of CGI Thomas, I think the last DVD I'll show you will be kind of a bad news part. So yeah. Yep, it still, it worked. It does use the 2010 DVD content. Last time I burned it, it's not the same as the 2010 DVD, but this time I burned recently, it uses the 2010 DVD. Yep. Here's Thomas and Friends, Thomas and the Runaway Kite. Oh yeah, Splish Splash Splosh is the first Thomas and Friends TV series. Uses the CGI, actual CGI Thomas. It's actually the first Thomas CGI Tom. This is the first ever CGI Thomas, which is a TV series ever made, DVD ever made. Here's the second version. Here's Thomas and Friends, Thomas and the Runaway Kite, 2010 DVD. Yep. In case you're there, you can see the background is just completely well, you can only see like a mirror clear part. Well, it was a Philips. For some reason, I'd be able to peel the labels off using tape on the DVD MyStar discs. Usually it never does that, but for some reason it does. I don't know why, but I'd be able to do that. Well, it's a good thing I don't have to worry about showing the Philips logo. So yeah, I did mostly everything I draw and write were all in blue Sharpie markers. Here's Thomas and Friends Merry Winter Wish, 2010 DVD. It's a homemade DVD, but it uses the 2010 content. So, yeah, I should finally have the Christmas. This is the first ever CGI Thomas Christmas DVD. Here's Thomas and Friends Wobbly Wheels and Whistles, 2011 DVD. Yep, still uses the 2011 DVD, but even though I burned a disc recently this year, 2025, it's a homemade copy. So yeah, here's one I really made, which was it's actually it's actually a double feature homemade DVD, which that did have DVDs from 2006 from Hey Entertainment. Which I don't have those DVD yet. It's actually a double feature. Which is actually Thomas and Friends Track Stars and Come Ride the Rails, which I didn't have those DVDs, but I probably wouldn't be able to burn Track Stars or Come Ride the Rails because I might have more than 4 gigabytes. It wouldn't have enough room, and not only that, it wouldn't work properly when it's burned as well. So yeah. Well, I do have a double layer blank DVD, but it's the last one I have. It's the only one I have. But it's not a double layer disc, it's a single layer disc. I made my own homemade DVD, which is the double feature on one DVD, which is Track Stars and Come Ride the Rails. Well, Come Ride the Rails was the only Thomas and Friends DVD just by Hit Entertainment itself, with the old Hit logo. Never had a VHS release. Track Stars did have a VHS release. Yeah, this is Track Stars and Come Ride the Rails, which I don't have them, but I did finally own those. I know I will keep it until I will get the regular copy soon. But that's not the only one. But so yeah. Yeah, but right now I only have the double feature homemade DVD that I made. I just made it with my DVD maker, and there's no DVD menu either. So yeah, And I did work so hard making it and adding the chapters too. And there is no closed captions as well. And here's the last homemade DVD I want to show you, which that will be a bonus, and that's also a bad news video. Here's Thomas and Friends Creaky Cranky 2011 DVD. No, 2010 DVD. It was an ISO DVD I burned this year, but still used the 2010 DVD content. And I have some bad news about this copy. I'll tell you the reasons why. Just like when I burned a while ago, back like somewhere in the mid of 2025, when I tried to burn, just like I burned Thomas in the Special Letter and Trackside Tunes back in the summer of this year. Well, it's just like that, and it's kind of having some problems. I should have just checked on my video editor on my ISO file. I have to check before I burn it. I should have checked it before I burned this disc. Thank goodness I did not burn Pop Goes Thomas, because I did check it before I burned it, and it didn't look like it works properly. Good thing I'm glad I didn't burn Pop Goes Thomas. So yeah, I downloaded it yesterday, but yeah, I want to show you proof that it didn't work properly. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'd be able to burn ISO DVDs. I'd be able to burn DVDs using ISO images from that would. I just download it all from Internet Archive. But only if they anything that are available. It looks like it's nothing, but it just looks like it's gone black. See? Well, not only just black. There's more after. And well, usually the opening with the Lionsgate you can't be able to stop. Look at that. See, it's not playing properly. I should have just checked on my DVD video editor on my Power to Go Cyberlink. I'd be able to check the DVD files that were. Look at that. It's not playing it properly.
Now, DVD from every child's beloved friend, Bart.
So yeah, that was the bad news part. So that was a homemade. I'll have to see if I could try again. If it didn't work, if I checked it, if it didn't work, I'll have to make my own version instead. Just like I did here's my homemade version, my own version copy of Thomas's Special Letter. My own homemade DVD copy instead of just the actual 2007 DVD. So yeah. That's why I had my Ubi logo connection on it. So yeah. Because those are my own logos. So yeah. So yeah, my own family logos, that is. So yeah. My homemade Ubi logo and my own homemade Connect channel was actually my own made up logos. Well, Ubi is based on a TV series called Ubi. And Connect, also known as Connects. It's based on the Connects. But yeah, that drawing piece of the Connect was actually based on the Connects. So yeah. So yeah, that was a homemade ISO DVD update. So yeah, thanks for watching.